Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So we're going to do a little update today on Paulding County schools, the schools there in Paulding County, Georgia. And then we're going to talk about what you might be able to do to help in the nationwide issue that we're facing right now. Okay, so to catch you up, if you don't know the saga in Paulding County, the school's reopened in person. Some students there documented the reopening. Photos, kept tallies of the numbers of students who were wearing masks, stuff like that. They put it online. The documentation that was produced certainly seemed to show that the school was, let's just say, less than compliant with what we would consider to be best practices, given everything that's going on right now. In response, the school suspended the students after the school board found out what social media was, and there was a little bit of public involvement. They rescinded the suspensions. When we did that video initially, we're like, hey, this is what's going to happen. Not because we have a crystal ball, but because we actually listened to the experts. Okay, this was not that long ago, and since then, Channel 2 investigative reporter Nicole Carr got a copy of a letter, and 6 students and 3 staff members who were in the school last week have tested positive. These numbers will go up. They're already going to go up right now. They're going to go up a lot if practices don't change. To add to this, it's been reported that during a school board discussion, the board was being informed about how public health would like to be notified. And basically they were told that if students were within 6 feet of each other for 15 minutes, then they would need to know if one of those students came up positive. One of the suggestions, reportedly floated by the school board, was to move students around every 14 minutes. I don't know if they don't understand that it can be transmitted in less than 14 minutes, or they were actively trying to subvert public health officials, or maybe there's a third option. I don't know what it is. Either way, I would suggest playing musical chairs in the middle of this is probably a really bad idea, because if you have a student that's positive and you move them to another desk, another student will go sit in their desk. That's probably a bad idea. You know, again, layman looking at this, I would also suggest that moving students around every 14 minutes does not lend well to an educational environment. There's probably going to be some time lost. And the whole idea is to get back to education, right? That's why we have to do this. It's why we have to take all these risks. It's not really about putting kids at risk just to reopen the economy. That would be horrible. That would be something we would never do in this country, because we're not monsters, right? Okay. Again, that's the way it appeared to me. I've got clips of footage on my Twitter if you want to look at it. You can determine for yourself. Okay, so what can you do to help? If you've had this and you've recovered, you fully recovered, this is anecdotal, okay? This is me talking to medical professionals. Go give plasma. According to 100% of the people I've talked to, now granted, it's not a study, this is anecdotal, this stuff is magic. It works when other stuff won't, but there's not a lot of it. So if you were positive and you recovered, go give plasma, because they take it, they use the antibodies in it, and they create this treatment, and it is apparently pretty effective. Again, anecdotally. I'll try to find a list of places that you can donate, because I've seen in the comments section there are quite a few people who've had this. It can save a life. So if you have the ability, if you got the means, you got the responsibility, right? Okay, so there's your little Sunday update. At the end of the day here, we need to remember we're not getting leadership from the federal level. In a lot of states, we're not getting it from the state level. In some places, we're not getting it at the county level. We're going to have to do it ourselves. We're going to have to listen to the medical experts. We're going to have to act because they're not going to. We have ineffective leadership right now. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.